back after the break. Now that was a lovely recipe to do. So here is a nice, easy, quick recipe we can throw together. Now, Janet, I'm going to do some cucumber. It's Mediterranean salad using the lovely quail eggs. And we're going to cut the cucumber. We're going to just use half and cut it into about 2-inch slices like this. So it's going to be quite nice and chunky pieces. Like that and that. And they're just easy to do, look. Nice simple recipe you can throw together. Those, if you'd like to pop those into that bowl there. There we are. And pop those in. It's nice and a quick recipe to do. There we are, those go in. And we're going to also put some spring onions in, about 6. Now, we're also going to be making a dressing for this. These are all nice and clean. And it's a really easy recipe, as I said. You do the lemons, right, and I'll do this. Now, it's all coming together well because it's just so very easy to do. Cucumbers and spring onions and tomatoes are going in that are going to make the colour. Now, tell me about your quail eggs. What do you make cakes with them?
They make fantastic cakes.
Do they?
Yes, actually, it's quite interesting. I've got one made with hen's eggs and one with quail's eggs. And,
yes.
And if you take a sponge cake, for example, it's lighter, it's incredibly moist, and even the worst cake maker in the world can't fail with, I don't think.
Is that right?
I don't think, with quail's eggs. It's so easy and straightforward. If you take, on your scales, if you weigh the eggs first, and just do the same weight of egg to sugar, margarine and flour, and put them all in a bowl and mix it up.
And you whisk it, or?
Well, but I use a Kenwood, in fact.
Just whisk it up.
It doesn't matter if you use the old-fashioned method, but I, in fact, use a Kenwood. But they are just absolutely very, very moist, very light, and they very creamy taste.
What surprises me about the quail eggs is that for such a small bird, they generate such a large egg. Now there you've got some double yolk, as you call them. Let's have a look at that.
Yes, as you say, yes, a tiny little bird. And
these are amazing.
I have seen bigger ones, I might add.
Have you really?
I mean, almost twice the size. Not very often, but occasionally.
Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this here. They're so pretty. Look, have a look at that. And you sell those differently, don't you?
Yes, it's more they're very much in demand, particularly in London, from the very sort of exclusive upmarket delicatessen in London.
Oh right. Where do you sell to? Do you go all over the country, or?
Well, I think that really that it's mostly south of here.
Are they in supermarkets?
They're in supermarkets everywhere, but it's just it's really catching on now. I think that people literally everywhere are starting to appreciate them, and of course, as you say, supermarkets, they're accessible now.
Now the pasta's going in. Butterfly pastas, they're quite nice with the different colours in there. So just now for the prawns, if you'll pop those in for me. Thank you very much. There's about 6 ounces of prawns in there and 6 ounces of pasta. It's about the same, it's lovely. Now we're going to make the dressing and pop it on, and then finally we're going to put those lovely quail eggs on. I need your help. Could you shell these for me?
Right.
There we go. If you just do them here, let me help you with these.
Yes. Now you do realise that
now
there is a knack to shelling these.
I know. I learned it earlier.
Here we're peeling the eggs, ready to be pickled. They've been boiled first.
They look lovely. There's a lot in there, isn't there?
Yes, I know. There are several hundred in there. If I can just take one.
Hello, girls.
before we boil them, we just tap the end like that, the blunt end.
Why is that?
And that helps the hot boiling water to sort of get in underneath the shell, and it works its way all the way around the egg, and it makes them peel more easily.
All right.
And the shells just hopefully more or less drop off them. It's quite a tedious job, but you start at the blunt end where the little, see there's a little dimple in the end of this one.
It's like mine, I've got to do
And then, I mean, these two ladies can do, what, 4 or 5 eggs a minute easily, no problem.
5 a minute?
That's right, yeah.
How long have you been doing them?
About 2.5 years.
Is that all?
That's all.
And you're pickled now?
Yeah, really pickled.
Now, I'll just tap the end and then roll it to craze the shell. Start off here, where the air sac is, and then, starting at the top, the fat end of the egg, gradually work your way down like this, all the way to the bottom. Gradually is the case with this one. Right, here it goes. There we are.
Wow!
One beautifully peeled quail's egg.
Well done.
Would you like to have a go?
Oh, I'm sure I can do
Well,
one.
I think I'll leave the experts to it then. I'll go and get on now.
Now then, what did you do? You knock up the end?
Yeah. And then you just roll it.
Roll it.
Roll it. All goes crunchy.
Right.
And then
Then
you actually just peel it.
peel it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top end
Why did I
down.
say it looks easy?
Yeah.
You know, the shell feels so much firmer than the... sorry about that. I'm really good at this, aren't I? Now that's... I don't think I've done a very good job of this.
No.
Thank you. Oh gosh.